everybody, and welcome back to Strange Antiquities, a dark, cozy puzzle game. Now we are back at the beginning of day 5, which is a Monday. So I do believe we solved the daily clue last time before I left. Yeah, I did. So we can get started right away with our customers. Well, first things first, we've got David with the post. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damned ravens back in. Again, I will try with the accents, but I'll probably slip in about 10 minutes. It's usually a fierce black dog, so I've got to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. And my accents will never be consistent, so... Okay, first clue of the day. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Alright, well, we'll have a look at that later. Let's do a couple more customers. Gus Foley. It has been many years since I performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. You don't look so good, my dude. I'd do it one more time before I die if only I could get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Orford spire. Okay. Orford spire. During the rite of the red knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thoughts, although perhaps not for the goat. No, I don't think so. That's odd, they have a little X here. None of the other pages have that. I wonder if that's a clue for something. Okay. No other hints about it. Vitality, blood. Submerged. Probably not a pendant. I mean, a pendant could be a submerged, but I wouldn't think they tend to be worn rather than submerged. Statue is more likely. What about this creepy hand? Iron grey metal fleck with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Okay, that definitely leans towards it. Freeze detailing. Yet wouldn't want to keep touching that. Nothing to remark. An energy about it. Nothing else, I believe. No, that's already done. I think, considering it's covered in blood. Yeah, perfect. Oh, okay, 2 items was visible in the sketch. Dried blood, okay. Amphibian talon. Okay. Yeah, then must be the 2 spikes there that is in the picture. Orford spire. Okay. Perfect. We'll keep you up out there, because you're creepy. Oh, I forgot we haven't given Jupiter a pat today. There you go, Jupiter. I'm sorry I've been neglecting my duties. Oh, sorry, Ella, you're talking. I need to go away. Oh, God, hang on. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Dang, Eli, what did you do? Guise of Lillian. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognised. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to tripolites, anemonites, and devil's toenails. Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient sort of power. Okay. So, looking for a fossil. I don't think so. Perhaps. Yep, fossilized creatures, stone. Okay, yeah. We're gonna go with this one because it has a fossilized creature in it. Oh, it's I'm going to struggle to say this. Anemonite fossil embedded in it. Still probably mispronounce this. You'll never guess what word I always struggle to pronounce. It's called an anemone. I always end up stuttering on the word. Guise of Lillian. Perfect. Alright. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specialises in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Okay, an Aries remnant or a spirit eye. Let's see. Aries remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colours and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions such as miners. The gemstones and an Aries remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. Okay, oh no, didn't mean to do that. And then we want to see what's a spirit eye. Spirit eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. The Aries remnant sounds more positive and less has less negative connotations. I think we'll go for a Aries remnant first, but I'll have a look for the spirit type before we do the next customer. So, okay, so gemstones, shape of the only one we have is this one. And it's a dark purple gemstone. I think that might be the spirit eye, and I'll take a look at the symbols in a minute. Mostly because I don't think we have anything. There's this, but it has the insanity on it, and those are protection. And does anything else have gemstones in a sort of pattern? Not even in there. Okay, let's have a look at my gemstone book. So it could be amethyst, a stone of containment. Idolite, dark bluish purple, calming stone of peace and safety. Okay. So this one has a green gemstone and then two symbols. see. Oh, that's cold. That must be cold. Oh, and that's heat. So yeah, that is opposing. What about the gemstone? Gemstone is a dark green. Dark bluey green. Malachite. The fourth eye is stone of sight. So I'm gonna probably say that this is the spirit eye. And this is the Aries remnant. And I think I'm going to give her the Aries remnant because it seems more positive in terms of what she wants. Well, I think the spirit eye might let her see more. It seems to have some negative impacts. Slitheen charm. Hello, Doctor Who reference. Okay, she has a profile. The artist, Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she's just barely able to distinguish light and dark. This affliction has robbed her of the things that brought her the most joy in this world, painting, and yet it has not robbed her of her determination or her kindness or her love of life. When she learned of Strange Antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant. She never did anything without careful consideration, but eventually her desire to paint again won over, and she decided the risk was worth taking. Okay, interesting. Hopefully I gave her a positive one. I'm going to aim for a positive ending. So in both games, you have choices throughout the game. Depending on what you give over can impact how the storyline goes. The earlier choices don't make as much impact than the later ones do, but they lead to different endings, and there I think are 6 different endings. I'll have to double check that. Sort of like 3 positive, 3 negative, and it all depends on the choices you made. So potentially I'm aiming for a good ending. I got a good ending in Strange Horticulture when I first played through, so I'd like to go for a good ending this time. So let's see. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Cladgarth, and another fella, a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. Now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refused to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I'm so terrible at accents. I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond, okay. A sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and light of the sun, a brightness that compares the darkest gloom. Okay. Now there was... I think a stone? Amber. Yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. The sunstone. Fire and light, heat and life. That's it. Now there are a couple stones, I believe, in here. Let's see this one. An orange gemstone. Gold. Oh, no, it's a non-precious metal. You are no longer in the running. An orange gemstone. Bronze, okay. Polished feels warmer than I would expect. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. I'm going to go with this one, because it's the only other one that has an orange gemstone and also is made out of a non-precious metal. Yes. Okay. Siren board. Okay. would use a red colour, but I'm using those for the darker or creepier ones, so green it is. Audrey Bell. Bend your ear to the trees, hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grim in the coming days. Holgan Grim. Have we already done that one? No. Holgan Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament is to ask for his protection. Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, I cannot think of it being anything else but this. Nothing else. Match. Okay, the mask is an eerie item that could be worn. Oh, there's a priest wearing a mask. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's see, index. See. Holgar. Oh. Heart chamber? Ah, okay. Wolfsong and Fearbringer. Okay, that mentions his weaponry. Okay. That makes more sense. Reminds me to use the index more often. Okay. Holgar. Oh, hang on. Let me double check how to spell. Holgengrim. Holgen Grim. Still probably didn't spell that correctly. Double M. There we go. We'll leave it down there. Okay. Oh, we have a profile and then a clue to do. The priest, Audrey Bell. Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Interesting. Let's go and do this. So, a triangle. Do we have it labelled? Pine trees. Can't be coincidence. Sure enough, as I approach the centre of the curious triangular corpse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the centre. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately I'm struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there is something unusual here, at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangular shape. Again, it is not a good idea to take random things from where they've been left. It is how you get cursed. Okay. Add you to my collection of pendants. And let's move on to day 6. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket. A very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Okay, time for our clue. stairs left and then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay, I believe that's in the Gleeston Castle. And I'll have a look at that later. Ah, it's raining again. Not a lot of people like the rain, but I do. Well, only when I'm inside and with a good cup of tea. Walking in the rain is no fun. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find the time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Okay. I've got no clue. Aha. Sounds are muffled in its presence. I'm gonna quickly take a... Oh, didn't mean to zoom in like that. Okay, yeah, leaves. Here you go. Let's quickly label you. St. I don't know how to spell John's Anvil. Oh, no, I need to change it to my usual shape for the pendants. Alright. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elver stone if you have one. Alright, let's see what I can give you. Elver stone. Elver stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. So we want something of the Selenic discipline, which is of the moon. And then planetary metal. So, okay, copper, gold, iron, silver, quicksilver, lead, tin. So we want something perhaps of silver, because it's associated with the moon and it's the Selenic discipline. Now, this is silver. I do believe. Yeah. Ethereal quality. So, choice number 1. Your bronze. That's labelled stone. Iron. You've got mixed metals. Labelled. This is all stone. Iron. This is gold and silver, but gold is the sun. And so is the opposite of the moon. So I have a feeling this is our only choice. Crescent moon, reflection Selenic, the metal is silver associated with the moon. Okay. Oh, interesting. Thank you very much. Elva stone. Alright. Onwards. Oh, I forgot to read his profile. Do that in a second. I've been doing some reading to see what you make of this. Amber. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the white eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply discerned. They produce a noxic field. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. Yeah, Verona, I definitely think you should listen to that part of you. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They'll do it all wrong anyway. Honestly, love Verona. Okay, let's see. Barton Potter, the Relic Hunter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He is also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He is one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Okie dokie. Hello, Jupiter. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. Well, don't put things on then that you just find. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cossack purifier and that this is the place to get one. Alright, and let this be a lesson. Don't pick up random things you find and put them on. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. We might not have it. Okay, just in case, we're gonna go do that clue and then we'll come back and I'll see if I can figure it out. Okay, got it. I think I was focusing too much on the topaz thing. It needed to be a container. Didn't think about the symbol, but the symbol is the symbol for vinegar, which we can find. Once I can open this book. I believe it's... where is it? Yeah. Him on materials. I honestly just went for the one thing in this room that could contain liquid. This one doesn't seem like it. Oh, and I kept getting this clue wrong. I still don't know, so we might have to leave it a little bit longer before I can figure that one out. Alright. My brain hurts. Continuing onwards. Ah, Simone Green. I like her. She was in the previous one. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Yes. I have learned that they can be used to hidden the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Alcove key, horn shackle, overcounted and a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery. It's not always easy to decipher. Oh, that's Evie, so... Horn shackle. Oh. Horn shackle. Evo can't. I know we have one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And then a moon saying, I'm going to potentially say there's a Moonstone Guardian. And there's also a Moon Heart, which is also another word for a Selenic totem. So let's see if we can find the Moonstone Guardian. The banishment of Hobsphere and nooks like these tend to take the form of a crafting. And I am gonna guess this. Okay, nothing happened, so probably not that. So then the other thing we can do is the what was it? The not a restful nether. Selenic totem. Aha! Ooh, yes. Okay, these are gonna be useful. Let's just pop that there. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Ah! Whoops. Then we want the other one. And then we have this delightful thing. Oh, and then these. Okay. Let's put these together since they seem to come together. Put them over there. Excellent. Go in my archive. We'll read Simone's bibliography. We only have one more profile to collect. The librarian, Simone Green. Simone finished reorganising the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire and a good book. She manages the collection at the Woodsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Ah, she's Verona's daughter. Okay, so I'm gonna put these little things in there and let's see if we can finish off the day. Jim Wolfe. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried since John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I'd love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Hearing charm. You have very blue eyes, my guy. Hearing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sound. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by the young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Like a bat? Goat? I mean, that's the only thing I have. But hey! Oh, I didn't even look. It's the only one I have. Oh, I should probably be more cautious. Ah, who needs that? Alright. Let's end the day. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Right. We're going to put those away. And I am going to leave you there on the morning of day 7, Wednesday. And I will see you again soon to continue investigating the ever-growing mystery of Undermere. And to always continuing giving Jupiter a little scratch on his head. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.